Stay right there. Hi, this is Mohammed Siddiq. I'm the publisher of Work From Home magazine. Today I have a special, very, very special guest to me, and I'm going to tell you how I meet my special guest. As you know, I publish many other magazines. One of them is the Lifestyle Entrepreneur magazine. We had one of the top contributors. I want you to read that magazine, see who was the top contributor. I'm not going to tell you the name. And I asked him, can I have one more person because you are authentic, you are genuine. I'm looking at a person like you who is very close to you. And you can vote for him almost like you don't have to even think twice. You know what? In seconds, he come up with this, my friend. His name is Darren Little. So he came from a highest recommendation for the person I already have the utmost respect for. So it's a pleasure to meet you, Darren Little. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's just an honor to be here with your magazine, and I'm really excited to contribute anything that I can to help the viewers and help the readers to take their lives to another level.
Darren, I'm going to introduce you in a little formal introduction for like a very quick one. Why don't you tell our readers and community members and subscribers where you're hanging out from today?
Right now, I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. That's really where I've pretty much grown up my whole life, and you know, I love Vancouver lifestyle. It's a beautiful place to live, one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I'm excited to be here.
Okay, wonderful. So you're a Canadian, hey? Is that right?
I'm a Canadian, eh?
By the way, I'm a Canadian too. So I lived in Toronto for almost like a year, and then I lived 3 years in Windsor, Ontario. And then, of course, the Canadian pushed me to go to US, and then still living. I'm hanging out from Atlanta, over 10 years already here, and by the time you're watching it, maybe it's already a lot longer than 10 years. Because good beauty about these interviews are they stay forever, even though we go away from this world, because that's your message, that's your legacy. You want to make sure when you are actually viewers, I'm talking to you, not to Darren, my friend. So if you have a message, when you are communicate in a way so it can impact for the rest of your life. YouTube has changed everything. You don't have to be there when you're impacting other people's life. That should be the quality of the message. And hopefully we are going to do a little justice in the next few minutes. Darren Little, let me introduce you. I mean, you are on main screen, so give a smile. Darren Little is a co-author of MLM Affiliate Magic. He is a contributing author of A Chicken Soup for the Network Marketer Soul with Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield. Darren is a serial entrepreneur and became a millionaire by the age of 35. He did not become a millionaire by himself. He seek out the wisdom from Jack Canfield, Mark Victor Hansen, and many, many others. He probably can't even compile all the list. That's how you become a millionaire. Is that true?
Absolutely. And the thing that most people really, maybe don't understand about really the path of success is that it's really a path of mentorship, and if you can find people that have already, gone through the minefield, on their own, and they've had mentors that have helped them, and it's the pay it forward type of concept. So, I really truly believe that the path of success really is the path of mentorship. So if you can find mentors and teachers and trainers that have already sort of blazed that trail, they can literally fast track your career by at least 3 to 5 years of struggling, where you don't have to go through the struggle because you have the actual blueprint. So when I started off in my 20s, I was very pulled to infomercials. Okay.
So what Darren is talking about is Darren's tested system. You know what the tested mean? As per Alex Mandossian, he is the Warren Buffett of internet. What he says is Alex tested. Mean I lost money so you don't have to. I failed, you don't have to. You just follow the proven methods. That's really tested. So when we seek out the wisdom from mentors, They tell you this way to go. Just like when you were a child, we were trying to learn how to walk. Guess as a parent, you never walk for them. You just walk with them. When they try to fall down and take a wrong turn, they may hit a wall. They may hit. What you do is just kind of guide them through, but actually they do it. And at the end, when they start walking, oh, I can walk now. Good, you achieved. You did it. Mentor never claims, oh, I did it. That's the difference between a coach and a mentor. Coach says, I'm the coach of Sadiq, which is good. Mentors, mentee has to tell that he is my mentor, not the mentor will tell he is my mentee. It's the opposite relationship, completely opposite. When I'm looking for to learn something, I'm a lifelong student. I'm learning. I will be learning on this Hangout from Darren Little too. And I listen to 100%. I'm recording, so I'm taking notes 100%, so I will watch it again, and again, until I master that what I learned. That's what you want to do. If you are going to watch this one, watch one time. If you miss something, watch it again. Watch it again. You're already inside the magazine. Darren, my favorite question is, what gives you the right to speak on how to make a fortune in your home business?
You know, I started in the home-based business industry over 25 years ago, and the concepts and the principles that I learned from my millionaire mentor when I was in my mid-20s, I took those same concepts into real business, and by the time I hit 35, I made my first $1 million. So what people don't really understand about the home business industry in general is that it's exactly like real business. So if you run your home business like a real business, you can become very, very profitable.
Wonderful. Let me tell you, look, if you think, oh, I run multiple magazines and have done probably tens of businesses myself already and partners around the world, clients in 40 countries. My magazines are read in 91 countries. If you don't know me already, I work from home, not today, not yesterday, not 2 years ago. I'm talking about my total experience is 20 years and counting. Probably 15 years has been home. My wife wants me to kick out, go somewhere and come back. I feel like you're working, okay? That's called working from home. Working from home is absolutely 1000% I agree. It's a real work. You got to be in fact more disciplined because nobody else is watching you. It's more work. Working from home doesn't mean you're doing a homework, okay? It's a real business, and you have to be disciplined because you are accountable to yourself. And that puts a lot of more stress on Darren, on people, how they can make something happen, because in a work environment, their boss is telling them, colleague is telling them, you can discuss with so many, but when you're working from home, you are everything. So what do you have to share on that one?
Absolutely. The first thing, Sadiq, is that you really have to be emotionally connected to what it is that you want. What is your preferred state if everything was to be the way that you really want it to be? And it's very important to actually come up with a definition for that, to define it, to have it visual, to get really emotional behind what it is that you're after, because that's going to be your driving force. That's the #1 most important thing, is what do you want? Just like calling a travel agent and saying, give me 2 tickets. Well, where are you going to be sent to? You might end up in a war zone. So you have to be very, very clear on what exactly is your outcome. What do you want to be able to achieve from your business? That's the most important thing right from the very beginning.
Wonderful. I love when you give the example of a travel agent. Can I add something here, plus the idea?
Sure.
When you call a travel agent, I'm not a travel agent, but they tell you where you want to fly from and where you want to go. That means first they have to know where are you right now. That's called point A. Until you know where are you, there's no way they can send you even in heaven, because they want to know where are you right now. That's a very, very critical information. In fact, in my little experience, and I got a gray hair, I'm losing them too, 80% of your success is understanding exactly where are you. Okay? We all think, oh, I want to make $1 million. I get it. Let me tell you, in your lifetime, an average lifetime, everybody will be millionaire. Even on the minimum wages in the US, in 40 years, you will make $1 million. Doesn't mean you will have $1 million deposit in your bank. Goal is to make it in a day, in a year, in 2 years, in a less time, with less efforts, with less resistance. That's how you become. Everybody's a millionaire on the average lifetime. What do you have to say on this?
I mean, I totally agree with that. Most people, this is what I say to people, is that you have to feel that you're worthy of becoming a millionaire. You have to feel that you're worthy of abundance to come into your life. And most people fight that. They fight deservability and worthiness. So it's actually them that's blocking that success to come to them. So they never actually open up those gateways of possibilities because of what they think about, what they speak about, and what they're emotionally connected to, that actually creates a wall that can't get them through, you know? So it's very, very important for people to realize that they already are a millionaire. So if I was to say to you, Sadiq, I'll tell you what, you know, I've got a person here that's just about to die. I'll give you $10 million for one of your kidneys. So a lot of people don't look at themselves that way. If they're just healthy, they're already a multimillionaire. So they have to, you know, really take ownership of that. Really take ownership. And once they do, things start to shift in their life.
That's a very powerful message. We take health as a granted, basically. We don't value ourselves enough. You know, God made us. You believe in a God or not, that's irrelevant. That's your belief, and I respect that. But there is some higher power that actually controls us in somehow, in some capacity, and guide us. And, you know, they made us to, everybody when we are born to win. We were a winner. You made it. That's why you born. Many people are not born, and kids, I'm not a specialist, so I cannot talk too much. You know, there are millions of people don't make it. The moment you are born, you are already a winner. But now we don't know how to act in the public, and as a child, we are a grown-up child, basically. We need to keep learning, keep adapting, and keep removing the negative stuff, basically. That's negative stuff is overtaking our positive stuff. That's where the problems are. As we move along, why is important? It's really important. You know, Jim Rohn said, bigger the why, easier the how. Why it's so important to actually think like that way for a home-based business, or even in any business, that you visualize everything and you are going to make it.
Absolutely. You know, I'm really a firm believer, Sadiq, that you know, we as human beings have the ability to create whatever reality that we want for ourselves, to get whatever we want in life. So once you're really clear on what it is that you want and you feel worthy of what it is that you want, you have to have a massive action plan. So what I call, you know, and this is the same in any type of business, just so you know, and it's called breaking inertia. So if you take a locomotive as an example, it takes a huge amount of fuel to get the locomotive going. But once it's going, it takes an incredible amount of energy to try to stop it. So your business works exactly the same way. So if a person says, you know, that I say, how are you making out with your business? Well, I talked to this one guy. Okay, that person's going to be broke. Right? You have to take a massive amount of forward momentum to break the inertia to get that forward momentum going. You know, that's critical in a home business. And I'm talking about a massive amount of action for that first 90-day period of time. And a lot of people never do that. And then they wonder why their business isn't actually getting liftoff.
Cool. So based on, Darren, your experience, what are the major roadblocks people go through when they are actually going through a home-based business? I'm sure because you help so many.
Absolutely. You know, most people don't know how to actually reach out to their, what I call their warm market, or people that they know. Most people think that the network marketing or the home business model is a features and benefits business model with pitching and closing. That's not the model, and that will come up against a massive amount of pushback or rejection. Just like coming into a retail store and the person says, "Can I help you, sir?" You get, "No, I'm good. I'm just looking right now." So it's important for the person to go, instead of to their contacts, to go through their contacts, right past them. So what I do when I'm reaching out to somebody, the most important part is what's called business etiquette. Now, this is the same in anything. It's the same with looking for management. It's the same with raising money. It's the same with rolling out a company. You have to get connected to the person. So I ask the person what's happening in their world. They talk, I listen. They say, "What about you?" I don't talk business. This is critical. You have to get to the connection first. Okay, now after we get to the connection, now I'm just going to say, you know, hey, Sadiq, just out of curiosity, maybe you can help me. Do you know anybody right now that's either in between careers, which by the way is transition, or is underpaid at their job, which is breaking point, right, that might have the qualifications to head up an international expansion for a company? You know, I'm just rolling out a company right now, looking for a couple key people to head up the expansion. You know, do you know anybody right now that's in one of those two situations that I might be able to get in front of? Now, if that person is there themselves, they qualify themselves. And I typically will say, you know, depending on their qualifications, first year they're typically looking at between 150 and 300 grand. Second year, about $500,000. Do you know anybody that might have the qualifications I can get in front of? That's true networking. That's how I look for a CEO. That's how I do everything within my businesses, is go through my contacts, and that person's either going to qualify themselves at that point and express some interest, or they're going to say, "You're going to give me some referrals," or they're going to say that they don't know anybody. So there's no possible way that I can be rejected rolling out my company. It's not possible to get rejected at all.
I think that's the true networking. That's a golden nugget, by the way. You know, such a coincidence. We never met before, but I use a similar model.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. See, the success leaves clues here, you know, because they're all proven models. Because you don't ask for a business from somebody directly. You ask, do you know someone? By the way, when you share the same thing with that person, they say, "Oh, by the way, that's me." No, they actually qualifying themselves. You don't have to. And now you have no fear of rejection because you are not asking him for anything directly.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So that's a golden nugget. It's like a pack by bag moment, but you are going to watch it for the remaining interview because there's more. Is that true? So keep taking notes. So what are the step-by-step process you have, what worked for you and for your members to make a fortune in a home-based business?
Okay. You know, the first thing that I do is I pick a specific number. Okay, so when like, let's say that I say that I want to have a $10,000 within 30 days. Then I figure out, okay, what's my strategy? What's my actual strategy that I'm going to use in order to be able to get to that specific mark? So when I'm talking about massive action, Sadiq, I'm really serious. Like, I'm really talking massive action. So I set as a baseline that I'm going to have a minimum of 25 connections in any given day. That's my baseline. Now, if I'm really going on a good day, sometimes I will have 70, 75 connections in a single day. Now, that's called going to work. Now, is that any, you know, if you were being paid $10,000 a month as a senior vice president or something with a company, that's really what you would be doing. The challenge is that most people don't actually run their company like a real business, like they were going into a regular job. So it's very, very achievable if you're prepared to do the work, if you're prepared to take that massive action on the front end, boom, 30 days later, you know, you're into that type of income. But it's work. I mean, let's get real. If you're going to make $10,000 a month plus, hey, roll up the sleeves, let's go to work and let's get the job done.
Okay. I'm going to rephrase what I understood from this one. Is that okay?
Yep.
This is going to work when you are going to do this one. It's not, there's no if. You know, if and buts, oh, this happened, if this happened, then this will happen. That's all self-excuses. You're talking to yourself, not to me. When you do this, this is going to happen.
Yes.
Let me tell you, this is going to work. It's already tested. So just do it. Execution is everything. Ideas, forget it. Too many, everyone has a person. In fact, the losers, the people who never make it, they have more ideas than the people who are actually making it. I'm just letting you know. This is a controversial statement. Because the people who are actually making it, they only have few ideas. They work on them till they actually achieve it. The people who do not make it, they have a next shiny object syndrome. Every next day, they have too many ideas. Now they can't even focus on any damn thing. I'm about to make a controversial statement, Darren. I'm going to ask you if you agree it or not. However, that's my view. No one has to agree with me. 98% people are born broke. Here's the sad part. They are going to die broke.
Absolutely.
Okay? It's not like me, I'm the smartest person or Darren is the smartest person. Forget it. They are taking the wrong advice from wrong people. And even though they got the good advice, they never acted upon. They never executed it. In fact, if they would have been focused on certain things, put the plan together and make it happen, they probably would have been made many, many times more than Darren, Sadiq, and many, many other people in our network combined. What do you say?
Absolutely. You know, here's the interesting thing that you know has always worked for me, because when I start a project, Sadiq, I get so laser focused, like I'm literally like a locomotive. That nothing and nobody is going to stop me. So there's a certain sense of conviction that starts to come through your voice and your communication, because that's where I'm going, who's coming with me. And it's a totally different reality than people that they kind of have one toe in the water. They're not really in the pool. They've got one little toe in and they think that they're going to be successful. It doesn't work that way, because people want to know that you're in, because they want to know that they have a leader that they can follow to the finish line and that you're going to help them get there, right? That's really what they're looking for. So you've got to be able to go all in on your dream, all into your business, and then go at it like there's no tomorrow, like your life depends on this to be able to get you into liftoff.
I think that's, you well said, that's the real key to make something happen, you know. And results should be none of your business, by the way. You should be focusing on executing the proven, tested plan. And the results, it should not be done. We focus on more on results, but we don't focus on the execution more. Oh, I'm looking for $1 million, $100,000, $10,000, even $100 doesn't matter. It's just a number. It's based on your plan, execution, and you make sure there's no holes. How would you know there's no holes? You can't figure it out. You can't read a label from inside the jar. Somebody has to read it who is standing outside, who has objectivity in your business. They are not emotionally attached to the outcome. And that can only come from a mentor. That can only come from a coach. I have so many mentors. I'm blessed to have connected with the world top leaders around the world and many, many topics. I publish multiple magazines: Billionaire Mentor magazine, Lifestyle Entrepreneur magazine, Real Estate Income magazine, and now we are on this interview, we are talking about Work From Home magazine, and I'm working on a few more too. I can bore you for the rest of the day if you want to know how many things I'm involved. However, when I'm working on the topic, I'm very well focused, and I'm 100% listening to that thing, 100% listening. I'm learning from Darren right now, just like you're watching and learning right now. That's how you need to be interested in other people first before you become they are interested in you. Nobody cares about you until you are interested in them first. So when you meet someone, don't start talking about yourself. That's the biggest mistake we all do, including myself, because I'm a human like you.
You know what? You just brought up really two major important factors in business. Okay, first one, excuse me. Yep. So you really brought up two major important factors, Sadiq. Okay, now here's the first one. You cannot be emotionally attached to the answer coming from your prospect, right? It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your business, right? It has everything just to do with who they know or timing for them. It has nothing to do with you. So don't take it personal. It's just business. So that's the first thing. When I got into business 25 years ago, my millionaire mentor said to me two really important rules. Darren, rule number one, you want to make big money in business? I don't want you talking about our company. And I was like, huh? How's that going to work? You want me to sell these products, but you don't want me talking about the company? Yep. Rule number two, I don't want you talking about our products. What? How's that going to work? How am I going to sell these products without talking about the company and without talking about the products? What am I going to talk about? Darren, if you want to make big money in business, talk about them. Now, I literally was like, how's that going to work? He said, the more that you focus on the other person, the more they will be magnetically pulled to you to want to do business with you. And just knowing that, Sadiq, is what made me millions by the time I hit 35 years old. That is the key to really understanding how to grow any type of business. Make your conversations all about the other person. Not about you, not about your company, not about your products, all about them, and they get more interested in you and what it is that you do.
That's the golden nugget. That's right there. Now when you go for a networking next time, guess you're going to follow Darren Little advice. Okay? And he probably also told you step number 4, rule number 4, don't forget the rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3.
Exactly.
So I would like to add always something, so that's why I was saying this. So if someone is now like interested and they want to know more about MLM affiliate magic, how they could be, what should be the one piece of advice you should be giving them if you never met that person, but you want to live, that message should be from you to have the best impact in their thought process?
Well, I talk about something in my book, Sadiq, called boomerang sponsoring, and I believe as a leader in this industry that it's important for people to provide value to the marketplace, unconditionally, without expecting anything in return. Just, I always say to provide your best value up front and give it away for free, right? So what I tell people to do is there's a number obviously of strategies that you can use to get your word out, but you want to be helping people to solve their problems, because that's really going to get you the largest audience. If you can help that person solve their problem, they're going to opt in to get whatever your value is. And now you've got an opportunity to start to build an actual relationship with that person. So if you offer them something of little bit of value or little cost on the front end and they purchase it, that's now going to fund your entire marketing and advertising campaign, all of your auto ships, everything that you have to do within your company, and pay for all of your expenses. It's called a funded proposal. And then you can upsell them to something else, but now you've got a chance to build a relationship with them and lasso them back around to a hangout or to a conference call where you can give them more value and give them now the opportunity to work with you personally. So this formula of boomerang sponsoring really is a simple, effective, and easy thing to be able to, when you think about from the standpoint, it's called target marketing. So who's your audience? What problems are they currently having? And what can you do as a leader to help them solve their problems? And that is a formula that works in any type of industry, any type of a business. And what it allows you to do is to build a list and then of potential prospects, create a relationship with those people, and then eventually turn them into partners. So this would be considered an online strategy. The strategies that we talked about earlier are more offline strategies. But if you combine both online strategies and offline strategies, that's where you can take your business into significant momentum very, very quickly.
That's cool. Folks, I'm showing you the Darren Little's book. And of course, I'm going to, as he just was sharing with us, he's not asking for any money. I won't even have him charge you anything. I want to get you this whole book for free. I told you, you need to have a keep cell phone with you, and I'm sure you probably have it. Let me show you my cell phone, so you're probably not worried about how the cell phone look like. I'm just being funny here. Here's my cell phone look like. It's an old iPhone, so don't get excited. I just use a phone as a phone. I know my phone can send a text message. What I want you to do is take your cell phone out, click on a message, and send a text to Darren, D-A-R-R-E-N, and phone number, you can see it on the screen, 407-270-1441. I repeat, 407-270-1441. In a message, put a word Darren, D-A-R-R-E-N. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask your name, and then I'm going to ask your email. I have the copy of the book from Darren already. I'm going to send you directly link to the book. You can read it. I have glanced through with you right on this call, on the audio, on this Hangout. I like the way it's written. It's a very kind of conversational, and it's providing value. He's not trying to even sell you anything. That's the key. He is focusing on value, 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 and focusing on to improve, to start thinking about how you can actually have something, real conversation with yourself. This is time to be honest with yourself first. And until you're honest to yourself, what I can do and how I can start things, you can't really do all the marketing, the greatest plan in the world. If they really work that way, everybody will be multimillionaire. There won't be any poor. I wish that was the real case, but the reality is, it's not true, because it all starts from having a conversation with yourself. So you know what to do. Take your cell phone out. By the way, I'm told any cell phone in the world can send a text message, SMS. Or, if you are from outside of US or Canada, you may have to do a +1 or 011 on the front. Like US has a 1 area code and 011 or a +1, that will do that one. And again, 407-270-1441 in a message. Don't write anything else except Darren. That's a code. That's a secret code that if you watch this Hangout, you already know, like, and trust him, and you feel that his message can improve your business, improve your bottom line, and improve your thought process, and you want to learn more from Darren. If you have no desire to learn more from Darren, thank you so much. You have been on a Hangout probably, good amount of time already. However, I just want to give you a FTC disclaimer. We do not charge you anything by sending a text. However, you are giving us a permission to send you a text, so we can send you the link for the book. And your phone company may charge you some data charges and SMS, but we do not charge you anything. You can stop anytime from any marketing message from us by sending a stop word, S-T-O-P. Then it's like an unsubscribe from the website, basically. That's standard in text messages. However, we want to know, like, and trust you. You should be knowing us, so you are in a better community with us. We want to give you that book. Again, one more time, 407-270-1441. For those, even though I mentioned you right on the front, or bring your cell phone close by, you can pause the video watch it again and do it. Why you have not done it so far? That means if you still don't have a cell phone with you, that means you don't follow the direction. And we already know people who don't follow the directions, what results they get. What's your final word from you, Darren?
My final word is to believe in yourself and to believe in your dream. You know, that's really the key to becoming financially free. It all starts with what you think about and what you speak about and what you see when you look at yourself in the mirror. What is your self-talk daily that goes on? And that's why it's so important to be feeding your mind constantly with positivity, because we as human beings can be really hard on ourselves, and we can actually be that negative force that actually suppresses our greatness. So it's important to always be feeding yourself with personal development, positive thoughts, so that you can step into your power, step into your greatness, and be all that you can be.
Thank you. My final word is commitment. And until you're committed to do something, nothing is going to happen. You can't even move yourself to do anything. Commitment requires action, and I already told you what to do. Take your cell phone out, and the last time I'm telling you, this is the last time, and I know you're going to listen to me this time. Send a text to 407-270-1441 and put a word Darren. Thank you so much on the behalf of Work From Home magazine and the entire team. Darren, we really want to thank you for coming with us, spending some time and sharing your wisdom. We really appreciate you and looking forward to seeing you again.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.